You've already, thanks, Lacey. Let me just start over again. Welcome to day number 5 of your Spiritual Business Unblocked. And hopefully you're getting a sense of that, or a sense of what's possible, right? Now, maybe you're not feeling like, okay, I have it totally handled in 5 days when we're doing 90 minutes a day. But maybe I'm hoping for you, there's some hope, some inspiration, some, I see, thank you, Judy, some elevation, some positivity. And that's the intention of this. And this idea also that maybe I'm not blocked. Or as you heard me say, maybe I have an experience of feeling blocked, but I'm not really. That's what I want for all of you, to feel that hope, feel like, okay, maybe I don't have it all handled yet, right? But I feel a shift. It will help me move in a direction that I really want to go, that my heart is calling me, right? That's what I hope for all of you. Yeah, Julie said, I like how you left this 5th day vision. Yeah. As today is new moon. You know, just this morning I was thinking I should find out when the new moon is. And I didn't actually stop long enough to do that. So thank you for sharing that with all of us. And maybe some of the rest of you know that. So what a great time to do vision. Absolutely. And even in the Spiritual Business Accelerator program, we do a lot of clearing and cleaning out and working with all kinds of energies. And we also do, in the 6th month, we do a deep dive into vision, because we want to do it when we've kind of moved things along, right? We're going to be able to get a clearer vision. So, and I just love working with vision so much. So here we go. The first thing I want to bring up, because you're probably getting a sense that I like to do this, and this is me, is like, what I'm going to say this. If you ever work with me in a group, you're going to hear me say this all the time. What do you want to celebrate? What are you celebrating right now, right today? You can pop that in the chat, because I feel like there's always something to celebrate. Always something to celebrate. Even if it's, you know what, I didn't think I was going to make it here, and I'm here by the skin of my teeth. That's okay. That's okay. That's great. And I have one comment here. I'm feeling the hope of being unstuck. Yes, that's great. That's awesome. What else are you celebrating today? It could be something from this program, this 5 days that we've been doing. It could be something that just happened in your life. That's cool too. Celebrating new garden seeds. Ooh, starting in the greenhouse. Yeah, it's getting to be that time, isn't it? Celebrating 1 new client 2 days in a row. Woohoo! There is magic in this process. I'm so excited. I have experienced this myself, and I've worked with a lot of people who experienced it. As we start changing our energies, things just start changing. That we hope, and it can happen, where it just happens more easily and effortlessly. It's like an accumulation of what you've already been doing. But then you're doing this. These are big energetic things we're doing. And even if they don't feel too big, they're significant and they can change. Remember, your energy out magnetizes different things in. That's awesome. All right. My daughter moving back home, and the start of our business partnership. Fun. Starting a business with your daughter. That's lovely. Popping seeds into my hydroponic system. Well, we definitely have the new growth happening here. Woke up smiling, don't even know why. Hey, isn't that great? Smiling for no reason, like the Cheshire Cat, right? I've experienced a real surge of focused energy. I love this. I'm finding answers I didn't realize were there. You guys, this is amazing. I am so happy reading. And if you're still typing, keep going, keep going, keep going. So during the 4 days, and including today, we've been doing a deep dive into largely energy awareness relative to ourselves and our business. and really working at successfully finding ways to move, to transform, and align with our inner energies, which are really the sweet spot of our mission and our purpose. And I'm so humbled by this incredible journey. Again, I was in Facebook responding to some of your posts today. Please don't feel left out if I haven't chimed in yet on your posts. I will get to all of them. I definitely will. There's a lot. I could probably spend about 4 hours getting back to everyone. So I will over the next several days, okay? But I'm just so impressed with this journey, and those of you who really are playing full out, you're committed, and you're following through with it, which is that's where the golden nugget is, isn't it? We can have lots of ideas. We can watch lots of things. We can have lots of input in different ways. But what you're doing is putting it into action. When we say ask, receive, do, a lot of you are actually doing. And that's where you're seeing these shifts come in. Okay, so excellent job. Pat yourself on the back, celebrate, feel that victorious energy. And so a couple more things here. Celebrating completing tonight, clarity of the next step, really questioning in an open-ended way, in a different, higher vibration. Also the clean slate negativity dump in the records. Yes, I love that so much. And then I'm celebrating my chicken coop being clean, and I discovered a more resonant name for my new business, Jazz Hands. All right. Awesome. Love that. So as we know, this is our final day together in this series. We'll be meeting again if you want to join in live or recorded every Friday. Not this Friday, but we'll pick it up the following Friday with the Wellspring Lives. And so we still, it won't be the end for all of us connecting with each other, but I want to just take a look back. I want you to feel, for some of you, how far you've come in such a short period of time, because day number 1, we went on that guided experience together where you were tapping into your own personal light worker gap, as you heard me talk about, that gap between where you're currently at and where your vision is calling you. And then we opened up to those 5 foundational energy concepts, and then opening up yourself energetically using open-ended questions. And then the second day, using the Akashic Records to become an energetic match, to start tapping into that, how you can start tapping into the wisdom, the information flow within you, and actually being able to live from that place as you are introduced to the Akashic Records. And then the 2 experiences that Maria just talked about, the clean slate process, she talked about, and the to-do list. And then day 3, can you believe this? I mean, it feels like a lot. Day 3, we then looked at the energy of our business, and you got that energetic sense from your business of what is possible. You didn't necessarily get how we're going to get there, but you got that vibrational sense within your energetic field. That is so yummy. And then yesterday, day 4, we talked about those small doable steps related to that energetic, I view it as an energetic concept, but the concept of Kaizen, and then just for today, using it to kind of supercharge in the Akashic Records. So we've done a lot so far, and we still have today. And I'm going to take a moment here to say, just let's reflect on what we did. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to invite you to open up to something that we did do on the first day and what your vision is. So just, if you want, tap in, close your eyes, drop into your heart. And from where you are right now, open up to your vision. If you could have it your way, based on how your heart is calling you. And as you open up to that once again, take a moment to really breathe deeply into your core and feel it. Describe it, if you wish, to yourself. It could be a felt sense. It could be an emotion, an excitement. And visualize yourself expanding your energy outward in all directions to feel your vision. Let it in. And imagine your cells drinking it up. Now, release that active vision. It's still going to stay in your energy field. And feel where you are right now. And if you compare it to how you felt when we first met last Thursday, you might feel already shifted from that. Where are you at right now? What's happening? What's not happening? But I'm guessing that some of you might even feel a little less space in your own light worker gap right now. Even if you can't say, well, I've had more sales or I've received more clients, your energetic mindset may be shifted. Maybe that inner awareness, emotions. Again, I've mentioned this before. Maybe you feel more optimistic or energized or encouraged. Sometimes it's really nice to notice our growth, our shifts, and say, wow, I've committed to doing something here, and it's actually starting to make a difference. Anchor that if that's what you're experiencing. And take a nice breath in. Acknowledging yourself and how you've been showing up for you over these last several days, and you still are today. And if you're listening to the recordings, you're still listening to the recordings. And I'm going to invite you, if you wish, to put in the chat what you notice that might have shifted compared to what we started with on Thursday. Are you noticing a shift in your own light worker gap with just this bit that we're doing? I see content, happy, focused, determined, seeing my vision more clearly. Nice. Wait till we're done today, too. Increased confidence and clarity, certainty, calmer, optimism, discouraged to excited. Whew, powerful. Immediately had more energy and became more creative, feeling a little less anxiety around going public. That's awesome. Clarity, like spring cleaning going on. I noticed a shift in my focus. Whoops. Chat's moving by quickly. Shift in my focus, and I'm feeling more relaxed. Noticing an energetic shift. a shift in how I feel by doing the to-do list as something I get to do instead of something I get to do instead of something. I think I understand what you're trying to say there, Deborah. And then I'm noticing I have a bit more courage, but I realize I have some healing about past decisions. Getting in. Oh, so I have to do. Okay. Thanks, Deborah. And I hold my vision so strongly. This is like it is already there. Wonderful. Excited to create using new energetic tools. Feel quieter, more solid and real. Gave me direction. So I want you to soak this in for a moment. Look at the chat. Look what you've all done in this period of time, no matter what it is. And you could say, well, Holly, I don't have clients coming in yet. I don't have money coming in yet. But the foundation of what we're doing here is to get you in energetic alignment, which is really required first. If we have energies that aren't aligned with the success we're desiring, we're not going to get there, or it's going to take a lot of work. You might still get there, but I mean, we don't need to do things the hard way, do we? Most of us have already been doing that. So the idea is I want to encourage you to just acknowledge yourself, acknowledge what's possible with this kind of focused but clear, aligned work, and you can already see a difference. This is you showing up for you and in that space of your dream, following your vision, and you're feeling that there's something else possible. You have new awarenesses, you have new energies. I feel that shift from uncertainty to feeling confident in my vision. Excellent. I actually started a spring light cleaning in my home this past weekend. Today, what I found myself doing is I had some unfiled papers. Does anyone else do that? You create a little stack and it's like, oh, I'll get to that later. And then you add something else, I'll get to that later. And they just like, suddenly today, I was like, today's the day. And I love that because, well, first of all, it feels great, right? To get it all away. And some of it actually went in the recycling. I didn't even have to file it. It just was sitting, taking up space. So it's so great that, but to me, when I was actually motivated to do that, I realized I'm changing my energy as well too, because these are evidential pieces of us shifting our energy. Somebody else said, that's what I did yesterday. Somebody else said I went through stacked up mail. Yay. Look at all of you. So we definitely had a theme. All right. Now, okay, so let's talk about this. Today, as you know, we've talked about vision several times throughout our days together, and you've tapped into it outside of the Akashic Records. And it's vision, I consider it's that light that calls us to it. You know, if we want to use that metaphor, that, you know, the light of the candle, it draws naturally the moth to it. We want to be that moth, not to get burned, but to be drawn to the light of our vision. It draws us forward. And as we have a really clear vision, which by the way, can always morph and change. Please don't feel like your vision, oh, I have it now, this is what it is. It's your now vision. You're a dynamic, creative, universal being of light. You are going to change and transform. It's okay. You need your vision for now. That's going to call you forward. Okay. But when you have that vision, it's your touchstone of like, oh, I have this opportunity. I have this information. Somebody's reaching out to me. Is this taking me towards my vision, or is this a distraction? And it's such a great support in us knowing that we're making the right decisions to move us toward what we want. Tapping into our vision fills us up. You've already felt it, haven't you? just even today, it fills you up even before you get to the fullest manifestation of your ideal practice, your business, the offering of your services or products. So getting crystal clear on your vision helps you anchor yourself on your journey. It gives you the ability to make clear decisions. As I mentioned before, I can say yes to this, I'm going to say no to that. It's not aligned with my vision. It might be a great opportunity, but if it's not aligned with my vision, it's going to be a no. It gives us feedback to know when we're moving toward it. We can feel when our vision is starting to feel more tangible, closer at hand, perhaps not so distant. And having a vision as it gets closer and closer and closer supports you in feeling empowered, successful, positive, excited, making an impact. It means also that you're growing and stretching in the right ways so that you're a vibrational match to your vision. Now, here's the thing, without vision, without what I consider the anchor of our vision, we can easily become more distracted, less focused, more ungrounded. That's when we tend to feel more stuck or frustrated or blocked or insecure about what we're doing. That's been my experience, at least. So in just a little bit, we are going to go into a powerful Akashic Records experience that I know I've said this for probably everything we've done. I just love it. It will be tapping into the energy of your business, but it like supercharges it as far as I'm concerned when we do this in the Akashic Records, because it's happening in the space of our soul level awareness, our soul level truth. I feel like kind of anchors it into our essence even more. And when we have that, then that vision, we can use it as a pole star for every little yummy business manifestation or experience that we're going to have. And our energy of our vision also keeps us going through the ups and downs of our journey. When we're down, we want to tap back into that vision, and it gives us a solid point of focus to keep us on track. So cultivating that ability to feel solid, to feel unwavering and on track is really a key to the success that you've been craving. And right now, I'm in my 17th year of working in the field of energy healing, personal transformation, all of this. It's been a journey. I'm not doing now what I started out doing 17 years ago. But throughout the 17 years, I have been doing tons of one-on-one work with clients who are light workers. I mean, that's a predominant number of people who I see. And because, again, I mentioned this yesterday, light workers aren't just people who are out there with a business. You know, a mother who's holding the highest and best for their children and a new experience of life, I view them as a light worker. Anyone working in a store, no matter what, a grocery store, a clothing store, post office, I view we're all light workers as well. But the people I work with are people who are looking for that deep personal experience that's different in their life. And as I've worked with light workers over the years, I have witnessed, and I've experienced it myself, so much frustration, self-judgment, deep exhaustion from really trying hard and not feeling like they're getting anywhere. And I know we've shared that here, right? Oh, I love this comment. I just caught out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't really expecting this, but I feel a profound sense of self-regard. That is new. Isn't that way? We need to be on our side, don't we? I love that. I'll get back to the comments more. That just caught my eye. I love that. I have witnessed and supported spiritual entrepreneurs through their uncertain moments where they're wavering. They're lacking the clarity to keep going in ways that were right and aligned for them. I don't want light workers, people who say, I have a healing modality, I have a vision, I want to write these books, I want to take people on retreats and journeys, and all the things that we as light workers do. I never want to hear about somebody saying, I can't do it. Of course, we can all be in our free will, but if you have that passion in your heart, I want you to be able to feel like you can make that happen. And like I've already said, very self-disclosing. I understand all of that upset and frustration. I can totally relate to it because I've been there myself. And honestly, I expect to still be there. And I'll tell you why, because I've talked about this already. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep changing. I'm going to keep expanding. And I know that when I'm expanding, it can get a little destabilizing, like, I'm a little nervous. I don't know. Should I do it? So it's okay. It's okay. We're going to keep expecting a little bit of wobbly, and then we're going to find a way to move through it. And I understand truly what a painful place this can be, where that gap between where you are and where you want to be, you're being called to, it's hard. For me, self-disclosing again, one of the biggest ones for me, especially back in the early days, was money. I'm with you if money's been your struggle. Money was probably a bigger thing for me than being seen. I definitely had some being seen issues, but money was much bigger for me because I really struggled making the money that I needed to monetize my life. And when I was starting out on this journey, I quit my job as a teacher. I was a single, and believe me, I was not making much money as a teacher, but it was consistent, right? But I was a single mother at a time, and I needed money to monetize my life if I was going to be doing this. No one was taking care of me, right? So I know, can we relate to this? Like money, notoriety, whatever it is, we've got some sticky points in here. And on our first day together, you also heard about my early years where I literally had not the slightest idea how to get out there and share what was possible with the energy work I was doing at the time. Marketing, forget it, no idea. Advertising, people would say, oh, just get some speaking gigs or write some articles and get published in magazines. Like all of it sounded great, but it was absolutely foreign territory. I was definitely the stranger in a strange land. Now, I do want to share with you, I did not get from where I was then to where I am now through any kind of magical thing or hoping that something would change. Or remember, we've talked about waiting, or by waiting for something else to be different. I hear a lot of light workers say, oh, well, the economy needs to be different, or the consciousness of the planet needs to be different, or I'm so out there, I need to wait for the right people to resonate with what I want to teach. All of that, okay? None of that was part of my life. And to be honest, it took me a while, but I finally had to reach out and get support, not in every area, but in the areas that I didn't have the experience. Because I don't know if you can relate to this, but I expected to know how to do all the energy work, to be really great at running a business, to be really great at all the pieces, and I had zero experience. But I put a lot of pressure on myself to do it perfectly. Anyone relate to that? Like I'm supposed to know everything. I don't know. Raise your hand. Come on. I know you're not alone. I'm not alone here. There are too many of you. I mean, listen, it's okay. But we put so much perfectionistic energy on ourselves and then make ourselves wrong when we're not handling it. But if we're being kind to ourselves, we say, well, how would I know these things? Right? So I ended up over time hiring support in different ways. in different times based on how much money I felt like I could invest in support. And especially in the areas that I had no idea what I was doing. And it helps. It helps. And so right now, where I currently am in my business right now, I'm almost done with my second year-long mentoring program. And because I knew when I signed up with that 2 years ago, I didn't have the skills or the knowledge to get where my next level of dreams were calling me. Like this whole piece of like that I need to stand on a mountaintop, and I want all of us as light workers out there. I knew I didn't have what it takes to get out there in that way. So I signed up for a mentoring program. I did it for a year, made a huge difference. I signed up again, and it's in March. That's the end of my second year. It's been great. I've learned all kinds of things that I didn't know before. And actually, all this is a result of all that work. This year, I've also been working, in addition to that, working with and investing in working with a team that supports all the other areas that I'm not naturally gifted. And, you know, for me, a lot of that is marketing. I'm not naturally gifted that way. And I knew I needed support. And what I now know after all these years, I'm pretty stubborn, and I have very high expectations of myself, but I now know that I don't need to know how to be an expert at everything. But in the beginning, I didn't know that. I really did feel broken because of what I didn't know and what I expected myself to be an expert in. So taking a shift from that, in the past 5 days, you've really begun to experience the importance of lifting your energetic anchor. So this is a different kind of anchor than the vision anchor. We don't want our energetic anchor to be in the ground holding us back. Lacey, could we do slide number 2, please? And because we want, you know, if we're in a boat and the anchor is down, we're not going anywhere. Or if the boat's strong enough, we're going to move, but with a lot of drag weight on us, won't we? And we don't want to do that. You've had so many great experiences just in these few days. And, you know, I really hope that you are feeling hope and enthusiasm, and that's being generated through this. And we've explored our gap, our personal light worker gap. And I want for you to feel that you can transform your practice to a flow of thriving, of success in all the ways that are aligned with you. So what I want to share with you is this. I'm really passionate about the energy also of consistency. Consistency. It's not a sexy word, is it? It doesn't even necessarily always sound fun. But over the years, what is a key ingredient for me, as I've closed my own light worker gap, where I've gotten the support that I felt like I needed, where I felt like I could finally make progress, it wasn't only a shift in my awareness. That kicks it off. And it's not only a shift in my energy, but I found that I need to work with all of this consistently. Like, you know, let's just think like we don't go out and exercise one day and have a big transformation. It's the consistency of eating the right foods, drinking enough water, moving our body in the ways they can for us to come into a different level of health, vibrancies, all of that. Consistency, and think about anything that you've learned, any way you've grown, you've done it consistently. We've had a couple people talk about seeds. If you're a great gardener, it's because you've been consistent in learning about how to grow seeds, the right conditions, how to look for bugs before they take over your crop, all those things. You've done it consistently to be good at it. The other thing that I've learned from in several different times being part of a group is I think a lot of us thrive in a supportive community. So I feel like these are essential pieces as well. But every area that you can feel successful in, you've done it because of your consistency. Consistency is what anchors change into our reality, and it supports the creation of our changes, support that we don't stop, we keep going, we aren't going to retract when we feel stuck. And I particularly love community, just like this. This is community here. We're having a great time together, aren't we? It'd probably be more fun if we could all be in the same room together and have a cup of tea and hug each other and sit really looking at each other. But this is great because as humans, we're relational. We uplift and support each other. I know I've done so much work in groups where I feel elevated by the energy of the group way more than if I was doing the same thing on my own. I believe there's nothing like a supportive, like-minded group of people to provide group energy uplift. And as light workers, we are all caring and kind people. We thrive when we're in community with our people, right? That's who we like to hang out with. People who vibrate the way we do, even if they're not doing exactly the same thing. So with all of this being said, I told you I would share a little bit about the Spiritual Business Accelerator program before we go into our vision experience, because this is part of my mission of closing the light worker gap. So it's a 6-month program, again, Spiritual Business Accelerator, which you've heard me mention many times before. And I designed this program specifically to support light workers just like you, to create a strong foundation, to release any outmoded energies, obsolete, not serving you anymore, fear, lack, limitation, not wanting to be seen. I don't know about that money thing, all of those things, not feeling worthy to be out there and thriving. And also to be supportive of getting clear on moving forward to your dream practice in the easiest, most soul-aligned ways. And over the years, when my clients have put these teachings and experiences into practice in their life, and this is when I've worked with them one-on-one, and then in the last couple of years where I've been doing the Spiritual Business Accelerator program, what they have an opportunity to do is get clear and step forward and feel confident. And more than anything else, they have the confidence of having the right tools to use to create the right size practice or business for themselves. See, because there's no 6-month period that's going to be the be all and end all. But when you learn the right tools that you then can keep using and keep practicing, you know about how to open up your awareness. And really, I think of it as forklifting anything that comes in your way, which I love that. And so these tools have supported clients and also people participating in the Spiritual Business Program in developing and refining new levels of awareness, feeling the permission to expand at their rate, in their way, not based on anyone else's thoughts, beliefs, algorithms, teachings. And they've learned to cultivate a deep relationship with their business. You've touched into that, haven't you? Like, oh my goodness, I have a business. That's my business partner. Didn't even know I had. And they've also learned to actively co-create with their business, which they now know they can consult with at any time. They've also moved forward knowing how to develop and grow their dream practice filled with their soulmate clients who they love working with, while receiving livelihood at the same time. And these clients I've worked with, they know how to tap into their vision. Their timing, timing is really important. Also, we haven't touched on that much here, but it's an aspect of the program. Like, what is the right timing for me? I've had people say, oh, I now understand this vision of mine. It's like 5 years out. I have 5 years to get there. And they got that from working in their records. So it doesn't all have to be now, right? And that their higher purpose, they also know how to tap into their higher purpose to keep them on track to the success that they desire and they deserve. Now, before I developed this focus program, I had lots of people come to me for all of this content, which is how I pulled it together in this, but they came for one-to-one sessions where we went through this individually. And the truth is, the whole program in 6 months is much more affordable than my hourly rate, and allows people to commit to change in their practice and life by getting the right support on a consistent basis. Like I said, consistency and commitment are the keys to creating any change. And we all know that. When we're committed to anything and consistent, then we can get to those outcomes that we desire. And the Spiritual Business Accelerator program, it gives you that consistency and the focus for real change. And it's more affordable, like I already said. So I'm going to just quickly go through what goes on there. And in a minute, we'll share a link so you can read a little bit more about it. But this is what will be happening in the 6-month program. First of all, every single month we have a new theme. And each month there's 1 3-hour live training call. It's not recorded, it's live based on that monthly theme. We're going to do things together like Akashic Records. So you're going to learn and do every single time. In addition to the 3-hour live training, you're going to have 4 additional hours of support every single month. I call them office hours, like in a college or university model where you go in. Office hours, what are they there for? They're designed for group support. What's up, bring it to the group and we're going to talk about it. It's really rich then because it just flows on whatever questions people bring. Those office hours are really powerful containers to go deeper, cheer each other on, so much learning from each other. And it creates a little mini community that I've seen the people in the group really lean into and grow through. In addition to that, every single month, you have a 1-to-1 Akashic Records session with me. So a 1-hour session, and you get to choose what you want to do. We can open up the Akashic Records of your business. You can open up your personal Akashic Records. So whatever's up for you in whatever way. It doesn't have to be business related because, maybe you've had something personally come up for you. Whatever you want, that is there for you. And so this gives you even deeper time to focus and really create the deep energetic shifts, the clarity, the release, the transformation that are right for you right now. In both groups that I've done before, those 1-to-1 sessions were really golden. It all is. I love every single aspect of it, but their transformation just got laser focused when the things that we're doing in the whole group, they could bring their personal aspect of it to their 1-to-1 sessions. And then all the materials, all the training calls, everything, they'll be on a membership page for you to access full time. We'll have a private community page for ongoing support and asking questions between all the times that we meet. I also love to do tapping, some of EFT tapping. I'm also a trained Kundalini yoga instructor. So tapping routines come in every month. We're going to do some breath work and some easy Kundalini things that are related to our theme for the month to support your energetic change. And there are a few other energy shifting tools that get added in. This time, we're going to open up the opportunity within the group to create smaller light worker pods, almost like mini groups within the larger group, so people can go even deeper with each other, share sessions, deeper support. I'm going to be sharing something called the leader shift. And so you can do that with each other to help unstick each other. And then in addition to all of that, there are going to be 2 bonus Akashic Records mini training courses. One is called the Akashic Records Accelerator. Both of these are 2 to 3 hours. They're recorded. The first one is a mini course on the Akashic Records for you and your business. So we've touched on some of all of that, but it's a focus 2 to 3 hours where you can go back and really dive into that. And if you sign up, then you get access to that right away. There's another mini course I created called Accelerate Your Healing Journey. And it really is about that deep level of healing, our patterns of self-abandonment, which can tie into childhood wounds. It helps heal our inner child. It can help start to transform our trauma patterns so that we come into full, deep connection with ourself right now. So that, again, is another mini course. It's recorded. And so this program is designed to transform key areas where spiritual entrepreneurs get stuck in their pain, their insecurity, and their doubt. That place where they give up and feel kind of doomed to failure, which I don't want that for you. The world is waiting for you. There are people who are waiting for you, your light and your love. So I talked about monthly themes. I'll just go through this quickly because you can connect with it on the page in a minute. But in the first month, again, we're using the Akashic Records as our main tool, but not our only tool. We're going to transform some of what I call the inner game blocks. These are foundational blocks that I've talked about. We really start to unpack unworthiness so that you can move into a vibration of feeling worthy for success, receiving money, like worthiness for anything in your life. We're just going to work with that, the fear of being seen. We work with the energy of balancing out giving and receiving, because most of you are probably really excellent givers, and we need to exercise some receiving muscles as well. So that's kind of like, we do a lot in that first month to really, again, I love the idea of forklifting some of these foundational energies out. Month 2, we start working with any blocks or hesitation around the energy of success. And during that month, you're going to create your custom success blueprint as you work to find your unique style or manifestation of success. Month 3, we're going to dive into money. We're going to dive headlong for an entire month into deconstructing, unpacking fear, lack, limitation. What comes up there are vows of poverty we've taken in other lifetimes. Listen, there's a lot around money, and we want to clean up our energy around money so that you're not held back by energies that don't support your success. So we want to positively align and embrace the flow of the energy of money. Month 4, after we've worked with those pain points, sticky parts, we're going to step into the next level. And we've touched on this just for a moment in the 5 days, where we're going to really profoundly go after alignment with our highest potential. And as an energetic force, as an energetic presence that you can learn to tap into, be informed by, align with. And it's easier to align with our highest potential when we've cleared up some of these other energies that were there. Month 5, we get really practical, looking at what it means to be a business owner, and literally, again, with the support of the Akashic Records, creating a clear, concise plan for your business. That's right now, right? That's aligned with your needs and your goals so that you can create a realistic calendar of your offerings. We talk about the basics about money for your sessions. If you want to do group work, whatever it is, we look at time and money aspects. To be honest, I've found that there are a lot of light workers who have the very generous vision of what they'd like to do, and there's no way they can humanly do it to support themselves. I've worked with people who say, I just want to charge $25 a session, which is great. I want everyone to be able to access this work. I love that idea. It's very kind and generous. Now let's look at the basics. $25, how many can you do in a week? And consistently, week after week after week, and month after month after month. Is that possible? And is that creating sustainability for you? So we get really practical in a very empowering way. And we do a lot of that support in your Akashic Records, not just in your mind, but using that really loving, kind, soul-aligned support. Month 6, our final month together, with all the confidence that you've generated in this program, we look at our vision. Again, a lot of us don't have a vision. And you touched into this today, and we're going to do it again in a minute, where you do it with your Akashic Records. But the vision is the roadmap. And it becomes your vision becomes that container for your growth and advancement. It's going to be your pole star and your guiding light. So as I mentioned before, every single month, you're going to be getting tapping routines. I'll teach you how to do tapping if you don't know already, that are specifically designed for the energies and the themes of the month. Again, breathwork, pranayama, some really fun, easy, ancient yogic energy shifters that if you want, you can use them to add to what we're doing, okay? So here's my invitation to all of you. If this feels like something that would be supportive, that you've been waiting for, or if you're tired of feeling alone or unsupported or uncertain, I'd like to spend some time speaking with you one-to-one to discover if this is a fit for you. And I'm going to talk about that in a second because I've got some openings coming up. But the next round of the Spiritual Business Accelerator program is starting in March, right at the beginning of the month. And it's only a select number of people because I like to have a small container and we really get to know each other and we can go deep. So it'll be intimate, highly supportive, and I like the high level energy and the connected group who are going to be journeying together. And that smaller number of people allows me to show up fully for everyone there. Now, how do you have this one-on-one conversation to discover if this is the right thing for you? In the next week and a half, I've opened up some times in my calendar and for some 30-minute spiritual business breakthrough discovery sessions. And what's going to happen there is you're going to share with me your vision. You're going to share with me your reality. And in our time together, I'm going to share something with you that will be supportive of you taking your next step. Okay, there's no cost for these business breakthrough discovery, easy for me to say, business breakthrough discovery session. But I'd love to hear what's going on for you and see if we can work more together, if this is going to be a great fit for both of us. Lacey's going to put the link in the chat, and you can either open the link and just save it. You know, if you're on a computer, if you click on the link that she's putting in the chat, and she's going to put it in both places. I'm just wait. So yeah, she's put it in the chat in Zoom. She'll put it in the chat in Facebook in just a second. So you can click on that link. You know, we are about to do our vision experience in the Akashic Records, so you might not want to go in there because here's the thing. When you get there, you're going to be asked to answer some questions. You need to answer them. And I'm going to tell you why, not because I'm controlling about it, but what you write in there, I read and think about and contemplate before I meet with you, because we only have 30 minutes together. So I want to already have an idea of who you are, where you are, what your vision is when we start talking. So you're going to want to take a few minutes to fill that in. So I would suggest not necessarily clicking through to it right now. Okay. So I'm really excited to meet with some of you who this feels like a resonant thing for. I've had so much fun meeting with people the last times I've done this. Okay, thank you for getting those up there. Yeah, they're in both places now. Thank you, Lacey. I'm just going to just check up and see if there's anything I missed that's really essential. Oh, forklifts are so fun to drive. I've never driven one. But I do like the idea of a forklift, lifting things out. And all right. Soul aligned math. Did I say math? Can this be for any kind of business or just a session that, no, anyone doing whatever they're doing. Like I said, if you identify yourself as a light worker, it's fine. We're just so many different ways to do this. Yeah, absolutely. All right, all right. Okay. So I just checked. Thank you for waiting while I checked all the chats. All right. So let's dive into vision. Are you ready? So, and just think about this. You can let what I've just said bubble along in the background. You have time. Okay. By the way, on page 19, for those of you following along in your workbook, at the very top, it says bookends to your business success. I'm going to tell you what you can fill in, and then I'll just keep going on. There's small, doable, soul-aligned action steps or soul-aligned steps. That's on one bookend, and the other side plus your vision. Plus your vision. And if any of you are here and you haven't downloaded the PDF yet of the workbook, Lacey's put that in the chat again. Thank you, Lacey. So small, doable, soul-aligned steps or soul-aligned action steps plus your vision. I view these as two bookends to support your business success. Okay. And they both need to be there for you to really move forward. One without the other isn't going to create a clear, confident movement, which I know you're all ready for. And so as I said, we looked at those small doable steps yesterday with just for today, right? And you could even say your to-do list experience, that's part of getting the small doable steps for you right now. Again, the other end is your vision. Just like you need to know where you're headed. I mentioned this yesterday. If you're on a trip in the car or the plane, you're going to know where you're going most of the time, right? But when you truly tap into not just the idea of your vision, but to the energies of your vision, that's what we're going to tap into. It helps you feel the potential, makes it more real, and you can hold those energies in your physical body. So we're tapping into, in a minute, the energy of your vision so you can allow that energy to come into you on all levels. Okay, so it's our vision, we feel that it's out there, but we also want to feel it energetically within ourselves. Okay, when we think of it as a pole star, it's like that center of attraction, or it's a guiding principle. And so in this case, your pole star or your vision centers you on your potential that's bubbling up from within inside of you, and you feel it. So let's dive in, okay? So we're all going to open our personal Akashic records today. And I'm going to guide you through this experience as I've done before. We're going to connect with your soul guidance team and then ask for a sense or a vision of where your current light worker trajectory could take you. Now, when we look at future, it's always potentials, and we talked about this before. It's a future potential because we have free will. We can make it whatever we want. Part of it also is we can make it slow, long, and meandering, or we could be on the bullet train. We get choice around that too. But the potential is based on the direction that you're flowing energetically right now. This is what is likely to be there. It's not predictive. It's an energetic of potential. Okay. And as I mentioned before, if we veer, our future potentials are going to change, but because we've chosen to veer. Okay. Our soul's evolution, our lives, we're in constant flux, but we are always moving forward. Okay. So we want to go in, glimpse our future possibilities. Especially, we're going to go in with the intention of understanding it relative to being a light worker, a healer, a spiritual medicine practitioner, coach, however you identify yourself. So here's, for those of you who have very strong minds, I want you to hear this. Listen up. This is a visionary experience. So if you like to collect data, your mind wants to be satisfied, you want all the answers, I'm going to ask you to just let that gorgeous mind of yours, just tell it gets to sit on the shelf, that you're busy with something else right now, because we're going into vision. Okay. And what we want to do is make sure we don't need to worry about how it's going to happen or when is it going to happen. We want to be in the energy of this. All right. We can use other techniques and other things to do to fill in the details later. We just want the yummy energy of this. All right. So Lacey's going to put up the invocation for all of us. Some of you may be looking at it in your workbook. Oh, I love this so much. I love going into vision. Again, that's probably my Piscean self, that, ooh, I love my dreamy visions. All right. So we're on the side, in case you're in your workbook, you're on the page where there's no orange on it. Oh, wait, the workbook doesn't have the colors in it. Never mind. Opening invocation for yourself. All right, let's begin. I fully and completely open to the true source that flows through every aspect of all that is. As I enter my Akashic records, I trust my connection to divine source and know that the love, light, and truth of who I am, my experiences, and my understandings remain unbroken and everlasting throughout all time, space, dimensions, and realities. I ask, align, and open to my soul guidance team to bring forth wisdom that is held in the highest and best for all. I open my heart, mind, and will to the truth in this moment and trust that my essence flows through every experience, and I commit to discovering my divine light. In the name of all that is good, sacred, true, and soul aligned, I open this sacred space with choice, clarity, and intention. And so it is. All right. So as we've done every time before, let's just close our eyes down. Allowing that sensory input to be outside of our experience right now. Bring your vision inward. Allowing yourself to anchor into your body. Follow the flow of your inflow and outflow of your breath. Anchors you in your present moment. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Consciously drop your shoulders. Relax your abdomen. And allow your awareness to settle into the area of your heart. And as we do, let's open up to the foundational energies of the Akashic field that we now have opened ourselves to connecting with so intentionally and tangibly. The freedom that comes with the vibration, the frequency of acceptance, understanding, kindness, compassion, no judgment, no criticism. We left that at the door, so to speak. No matter how we experience this, whether through our physicality, our emotions, our inner awareness, just open to you being immersed in this field that is the core essence of you as well. All those qualities are your core essence. And expand your awareness to include your soul guidance team. Notice where you imagine, feel, see, sense that they are. You may be getting an easier sense of them now. And they carry the same qualities of love, kindness, compassion, understanding, zero judgment, zero criticism. They understand. They're always there guiding you, and they always have been. And feeling that heart connection with them, the expansion of the energies in your heart space as you're in the Akasha. And what I'm going to invite you to do now, as you're connected with your soul guidance team, begin to share with them, either speaking out loud or silently in your mind. Tell them about your current dreams, your visions. They could be the ones that you're aware of and connected to right now. And as you share your dreams and visions, I'd like to invite you to focus on your role or your vision as a light worker, a healer, a coach, energy practitioner. You choose, but that's the general idea. What's your vision around all that? Fill in as many details as come into your head. Into your heart. And some of the details could be very practical. It could be very expansive. You're a holistic being, so your dreams and your visions can include every aspect of your human life, your sense of how you want to impact others, support them in expanding their light and their potential. Just take a pause in that. And take a nice breath in and then release it out. We're going to shift a little here. And I'd like you to ask your soul guidance team if they would give you or offer you a sense of your future potential with regard to this dream. So it's an energetic sense. What does the energy feel like of your future potential with regard to your dream and your vision? If you wish, you could give them a time frame, 5 years, a year, 10 years, whatever feels right. And allow yourself and open up to feeling this in your body, like feeling it in your cells. Seeing it in your vision. Get a sense of it in all the ways that it might come energetically into you. Allow your emotions to get involved as well. How does it feel emotionally? If your mind starts to chatter, ask it to sit down, take a break. You'll get back to it later. And ask your soul guidance team to provide you with the opportunity to feel and embody this potential. So it's not outside of you, but you feel it and embody it in your body, in your energy field, in your awareness right now. Even though they're giving you a vision that was sometime out in the future. Don't forget to ask them for what you need. So if you'd like to feel more of the energy of it, or specifically in some part of your body or your energetic field, ask them for that. Feel yourself vibrating at the frequency of the vision that the energetic vision they've shared with you. Feel it in your body now. And take a nice breath in, filling your lungs, relaxing your belly. Allow your belly to expand as you breathe in. And releasing it out. And thank your soul guidance team for being there and sharing with you. Let's open our eyes, please, and we'll get ready to close the Akashic Records now. And Lacey's going to put up the invocation, closing invocation for us now. Wait, is it up, Lacey? Okay, I'm not seeing it on my screen. Okay, I got it now. All right, thank you. All right, so let's begin. Thank you to the essence of love, light, and truth that eternally supports, guides, and opens in the space and time. I open to the transformation that comes from this soul-aligned soul-aligned wisdom, understanding, and truth that is eternally held in the highest and best for all. May I embody and live all that I received in this moment as my new vibrational reality. I honor all my soul level teachers and guides, trusting in my conscious, intentional expansion into my highest potential. La Alam, Amin, Amin. So take a nice breath in, everyone. Great work. Oh, we definitely need to stretch and move with that, don't we? Just kind of move around. to allow ourselves to feel and integrate the greater spaciousness that we connected with by tapping into that vision. If you have something to drink, have a drink of your water, juice, tea, coffee, whatever you're drinking. And I'd love to hear, I'm going to ask you this, if you want to share in the chat, what that was like for you. What was that like to tap into that vision of what was possible? That was amazing. What an energetic transmission. I love that. And this is something that we can actually regularly do. We're just looking at vibrating the energy of that vision. So we're not always thinking it's out in the future. We want to bring that vibration into our now. I think we have a little delay in the Facebook land here. After the fourth day, the energy was so strong and I almost passed out. So thank you for sharing that. If the energy gets strong or whatever, please tell your soul guidance team that and just say, this is how I'm feeling. Can you help me moderate this? Help me manage this. I need a little bit more time acclimating to this strength. Please negotiate everything with them and let them know. So it's really helpful that way. Okay. And there's a comment here. I realize that I have a lot to offer and I do not need to feel intimidated in front of anyone. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. Love that. I felt a feeling of assurance and felt my body twitching energetically very strongly. I received no words, but more feelings and impressions that it can happen. Yes. And that's really the intention of our experience. We weren't looking for data or answers here. We wanted to reach out, ask our soul guidance team for that vision and ask to embody the energy of our vision right now. Exhilarating, much to absorb from the vision of executing on what I've had so much self-doubt about. Totally unexpected, was taken into a vortex of energy, and ambassador was the word brought to me. Wow. I have been bombarded with a new energy to integrate, stay positive, and believe it. And in yourself, I was told. Beautiful. Oof, you guys are kicking it. And somebody said, I still need to process this. That's okay. Your energy body, your mind, your emotions will continue processing it. Don't try to work too hard at it, especially tonight. I would just let it go and let it work your way through. Drink plenty of water and follow whatever your body needs to do. If it needs to rest, please let it do so. Honestly, they just told me I was intelligent. They weren't really talking to me. They were meeting. I didn't get an answer from them. I got a feeling of support, but no answer yet. Yeah, we weren't looking for an answer, so you're right on track. We were just looking for an energetic vision. And so some of you may have had an emotional sense, an energetic sense. If you go in your Akashic Records and you ask for it, it has come to you, and give it time for your cognitive and energetic awareness to catch up. Another comment here, it was similar to remembering being a child. It's me, but a little bit different. This was also me, yet a little bit different. I could feel being in that space will help attract that vision. Softer, less hard energy around me, more intimate connections, bigger expressions, no need for overwhelm. And then I felt arms around me. I'm so loved, feeling happy. Yay, that's awesome. Me too. I did pass out and started dreaming. Yeah, if you fall asleep, don't worry about it. It's okay. There's part of you still listening to all of it, but I don't remember what. It's okay. We were asking for an energetic experience. I have had restless legs all my life, and it kicks in the worst when I try to connect with my guides. I would suggest it'll be interesting for you to try and see. Ask while you're in there, not for the why, but ask if they can help you settle that down, only if it bothers you. You know, it may not bother you, but if it does, ask and see if they can help you with that. I'm going to go back over here to the Zoom chat. What I was told I need to do is be here now. Yes. I saw 3 core areas of my business and how they overlap. This feels great, like I'm resting and creating in the intersection rather than juggling different areas. That's beautiful. They told me to invite others in and start with a healing circle and said, we see you. How beautiful. I spoke what my vision is, and the soul guidance team confirmed that it's possible. And after 3 years, we'll move to a different vision, very clear, visceral, energetic signature for that. Excellent. Please celebrate yourself. Give yourself a hug, a high five, pat on the back. Just sit in that glory of look at what you're doing. This was bringing you into vibrational alignment with your vision. Okay. I know your mind wants data. How, why, when, what, but we wanted, if you do this kind of experience regularly, you're bringing your vibration. Remember, vision, we always see it out in the future. So many of us future manifest. When these things happen, when. So we're manifesting out in the future. And you know what happens when we manifest out in the future? Let me turn sideways here. As we move forward, it's still out in the future because we've put it like a carrot at the end of the stick. So we want to start bringing this energy into our now. And this is one way that you can do that. Okay. My confidence will grow more. Let me read that again. My confidence will grow the more I connect with the angels to bring in healing for others. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. So I'm so excited for you. Now, I want to tell you about something that I don't think you know about yet. It might have been in your emails. I'm not sure. But what we're going to do is meet again on Friday. If you want, same bat time, same bat channel, no matter where you're connecting, same time. It's going to be a live Q&A. So you'll have some time to digest. If you're watching replays, you'll have time to watch the replays. If you want to go back and do any of the things that we've done, repeat them over again. Maybe you fell asleep in the middle of something. Friday, the 23rd, it's going to be a Q&A. So if there's anything that you want to ask about that came up during this time together, and you either didn't feel like you had a chance to ask the question, or it comes up, the more you do this, this is the time to ask anything that you want. I'm here to support you in connecting with your success and your that sense of positivity that really carries you forward. Now, if for some reason you say, oh my gosh, it's Friday night, I've got something else going on. If you can't make it live, of course, it's going to be recorded. But aside from that, you can send in your questions. And I'll put my email address up. And I don't know, Lacey, you have my email address, don't you? Thank you. And if you send it to me ahead of time, I'll make sure that those questions get asked during the Q&A so that you can hear the answer to them, okay? And the replay for the Q&A that's on Friday night will be up all weekend. It'll be the same Zoom link also. So everything's the same. Friday, the 23rd, Q&A. What do you need support with? What's come up as you've kept going, okay? Once again, you had the link. Maybe, Lacey, we could put the link in again for if anyone wants to book a spiritual business breakthrough session with me, that they'll be going on until the 1st. So the earliest openings are tomorrow. I think you can still sign up for tomorrow. I'm not sure, but they go through the 1st. The program actually starts on the 1st. And also, oh, here's another thing that I told you we put up here. I might be jumping in front of Lacey here, but I'm going to put up, if anyone wants to read more about the Spiritual Business Accelerator program, the 6-month program I talked about, I'm putting the link in. I just put it in the Zoom chat. I'm going to put it in the Facebook chat now. And there's the landing page. You can read more about it, see more about it. And there's some links on there also to book one of those discovery 30-minute calls with me. If that feels right and aligned for you, I'd love to chat with you and spend that 30 minutes with you. Okay. Any last minute questions or thoughts or reflections here? James, is that your hand up? Yeah, okay, go ahead and unmute. So James, while you figure that out, I'm going to just, oh, Friday's the 24th. Okay, he can't unmute. So Friday, did I say the wrong date? Okay, hang on, let me just check. Friday's the 24th. Okay, erase that, rewind the 24th. Thank you, James. 24th it is. Yes, Friday's the 24th. Pamela, do you want to unmute yourself or were you just raising your hand to agree to something? Oh, can you unmute yourself, Pamela? Nobody, that's weird. You can type it in the chat if you can. I don't know why the settings don't have people unable to talk.
Wait, there, did it work?
Okay, yes.
Okay. I have a question regarding the Akashic Records. Do you ever need to be concerned about other energies other than your spiritual guide?
What are you really asking?
Outside influences, I guess I want to say.
Negative energies?
Yeah, anything like that.
The invocation itself sets up a sacred space.
It does. Okay.
I've never had any trouble ever in the Akashic Records, but the words themselves, I mean, we didn't go through the deeper dive into the words and dissecting, which we do deeper in other times we get together with the Akashic Records, about what the words are and the intention and the energy in them. But you are saying those words, you're moving into a sacred space.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Hope that helps. Yeah. Great question.
Oops.
All right. Anyone else? Are we good? I don't know if
There are a couple of questions in the chat there, I think, in the Zoom chat.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Will there be only one business accelerator program this year? To be honest, I'm not sure. And I'll tell you why. Those of you who know me, like I'm going to be totally transparent. I was planning on only one because of other goals I have for this year personally for myself out of my own vision. But in the last couple of days, I got the message like, you might be doing it again later this year. Right now, it's not scheduled, but if it happens again, it would start in the fall. And I'm not trying to be cagey at all. I just don't know. I don't know. If you asked me 5 days ago, I would have said this is the only time. After the downloads the last few days, it's like, oh, well, maybe I will. We'll see how that goes. So that's sort of a vague but clear, the clearest answer I have right now. did I miss another question there? Oh, can I recommend your program to someone who did not know about this? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And you can have them watch the replays and connect with that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for thinking of that, Joanne. Now also, don't forget, there's post for day number 5 up in the Facebook group. If you're playing every day and you want a chance to win the one-on-one session with me, you have until 24, 25, the 26th, Sunday the 26th, to get all of them done. And hopefully Monday, it's been said that it's going to happen on Monday. I'm going to tell you something. Not everyone's putting their comments in the right place. It's going to be a little bit interesting to find everyone's comment and tally them up. But I'm hoping it's Monday. That's what we've said to everyone. If not, it'll be Tuesday is when we're going to make the announcement. We'll make it an announcement on the Facebook group, and we'll make an announcement via email, whoever's the winner. But don't forget, and if you're watching the replays, you have, today's Monday, you have all week and through the weekend to catch up on anything. All right. I have had such a good time with all of you. Truly, I thank you for being here. Thank you for having the vision for yourself. Thank you for showing up for you and being willing to hold the vision of something different for yourself. It's really inspiring for me. And it's a pleasure. So feel free to reach out to me in Facebook land. Oh, also one other thing, if you're not on Facebook, you can always email me the answers to each of your 5 days. Okay. Love you all. Take care, everyone. Bye.